Why does a fading star fighting relegation keep the whole world arguing? Fans call him a fraud, made of glass, a party boy. But every time he touches the ball, defenders freeze in pure terror. Because he is Neymar, a football genius you can only love or hate. His lovers call him the very last true Samba dancer on the pitch. His haters say he is just a lazy waste drowning in cash. Does he really not want to try? Does he actually enjoy this brutally divided reputation? Every single scar on his body holds the absolute answer. Remember this exact moment first. The 2014 World Cup quarterfinals in Brazil. As the stretcher took him, tens of thousands fell breathlessly silent. A fractured vertebra in his lower back. 2 centimeters closer, doctors said, and he would be paralyzed for life. At 22, carrying a nation's hope, his spine was shattered by a knee. Bedridden, he watched helplessly as Germany slaughtered Brazil 7-1. He later said, "I'd rather be paralyzed if I could stop those goals." Now, remember another image that broke the global internet. In 2018, the Neymar role flooded global trends and everyone's phones. Everyone laughed at his diving. But few mention he suffered 26 fouls, the most in that tournament. Referees completely ignored most of these brutal challenges. A €200 million genius had to embellish just to get basic protection. Is he the joke here, or is the sport itself the joke? His biggest life controversy began when he left Barcelona, moving to Paris for €220 million shattered world football records. Many called him greedy, but few knew why he truly had to leave. He refused to be Messi's sidekick for his entire career. He wanted to prove he could win the Ballon d'Or alone. He wanted to carry a team to the absolute pinnacle himself. But reality struck back with absolute brutality. French league defenders treated his legs like literal punching bags. In his 6 Parisian years, injuries cost him over 100 games. Paris fans booed him as a mercenary. The club called him an outsider. Yet after every surgery, he always returned to that same pitch. If he didn't love football, what was he chasing? It wasn't money. He already had plenty of that. It wasn't fame. His reputation was already in tatters. He simply refused to let his incredible talent lose. He wouldn't surrender to endless injuries and blind prejudice. The 2021 Copa America final, Brazil versus Argentina. He dragged his whole team forward single-handedly. Unable to stop him, Argentinians violently tackled him over and over. He got up, got hacked down again, and still got up. The final whistle blew. Argentina had won. Messi was tossed into the air by his teammates. Global media praised Messi's first ever national team trophy. Then the camera found Neymar, now 29 years old, covered in bandages, 0 national trophies, and nobody came to hug him. The 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Fouled 9 times in Game 1. His ankle swelled like a balloon. In extra time against Croatia, he scored a stunning clutch goal. All of Brazil went wild, thinking the ultimate dream was finally real. But Croatia shockingly equalized in the 117th minute. Brazil was ruthlessly knocked out in the penalty shootout. Standing in the center circle, his eyes held no tears. There was only an empty, devastating black hole. "You give your absolute world," said Neymar was completely finished. They said he should chase Saudi money and wait for retirement. He refused. Instead, he finally went back home to Brazil. He returned to Santos, his boyhood club fighting brutal relegation. No Champions League lights, no massive astronomical contracts. Just the pitch he grew up on and teammates needing him. He doesn't have a Ballon d'Or, and maybe he never will. But the steel pins in his bones outweigh any golden ball, and his unshed tears run much deeper than any shiny trophy. In an era where football feels like a boring factory assembly line, Neymar is the absolute last man daring to dance the Samba.